Barrage heading into Overpass, the final map between these two teams for a spot at IEM Fall. The loser has to go down to the lower bracket, but the winner goes straight through to the main event. It's Copenhagen Flames starting on the T side with a set of nades and some early focus on mid.
Just a slow approach here from Copenhagen Flames. Look at this, just waiting for some aggression out of Fiend. They want to be the players to deal with that first move, and right now there is no first move coming out of anybody. Zythan eventually is going to start running his way up in towards A. It's going to be Copenhagen Flames running the barrel down in towards the A bomb site. Red Star, oh, he thought he could get into long. He thought it was a safe haven, but in the end, Mikodos is on the other side of it, and the Glock will come through. A headshot locked in, and Red Star down and out. Bomb starting to get planted right now for the Copenhagen Flames. It's looking to be the pistol for them. This has to be the retake for Fiend Hawker.
This is often how those pistols go. You take a risk on the CT side, and when it doesn't work, it's a real Hail Mary with these flashes to try and get them back into the site.
They're going to try and move forward with him. The kit as well on the back of Bubble, but that is all that remains. It's just Bubble left alone, and he will go down alongside his kit. 1-0 for the Copenhagen Flames, off to a good start here on Overpass.
A slightly unfortunate round for Fiend, in all honesty. They never really got a chance to compete for it. Because Red Star was playing on long, he had that initial peek towards mid, but they didn't rotate anyone in. He didn't really get to see the players before they made their decisive move, and that meant that Fiend were fully relying on those flashes to get them back in. So, obviously, a great start for Copenhagen Flames, but a round for Fiend where they don't really get a proper chance to compete. That's not going to be the case in this round, though. They've come through with the full spy, and Han has already got a sniper out, even if it's just a scout to watch mid. Long is wide open, though, and that is the first area of control that the T's will take. Fiend just rotated a couple of players up to A. Not sure if we'll see the end goal be the A site. They're even taking initiative themselves, pushing up long.
Victor about to ensue in a battle, and unfortunately for Victor, comes out worse for wear. Roy takes him down nice and easy. We'll see if Roy can keep up his performance. He was looking absolutely incredible in that first map, and in the second had his moments as well. Certainly in that second half. So if we can see that on Overpass, well, we've got a very exciting player on our hands, and Dreamer looking the wrong way, gets caught with his pants down. And that's never a position you want to be in. And here comes the attack from Copenhagen Flames into B. Flash is good. The shot is better. Han, he has only got a scout, though, so you're not expecting too much more. He was close to getting the second shot off to the low HP player. But at the end, Roy is bloodthirsty and gets himself a 3K. Copenhagen Flames off to a 2-0 start. Quick and clean, nice and easy. And Fiend are in a situation where they don't have money. So it is going to be an eco coming up for them. So Copenhagen Flames should be looking at 3.
That's a good sign for the Danes too, because those second rounds have been somewhat tricky for them in the past. But that's one where they actually had to fight every Fiend player before being able to take a bomb site, and they come out quite convincingly with the round win. And this is another chance for a similarly successful round. Just a couple of nades bought by Fiend. They may try and stack those nades onto a bomb plant, which could be a cool idea to maybe get one kill. As it stands, those nades yet to be used. You got to try something here if you're Fiend. I like this attempt. If someone came out top con, they would be completely screwed.
True. It would be a horrible situation to be in. Here we go. There's a play coming out of top con now. Hooksy. He's got a mag 10 as well. There we go. Right back down the stairs. Oh, you don't want to be fighting that against an onslaught of 5 USPs. When you've just got a mag 10, it's not the best weapon at range for that. Now come Fiend rotating down once they realize it is going to be this B play. Bubble with the headshot. Yabby is down and out. So it has actually been traded out for the 4v4. Obviously, we're not expecting a round win for Fiend, but any damage they can do could be detrimental to the future of Copenhagen Flames.
I think Hooksy was actually a little lucky to get out with his life on that connector peak.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure he took like 4 body shots and no dings.
Yeah. He didn't peek that wide either, luckily, so he could quickly run back down the stairs. Issue with that is you do take a lot of damage, which slows you down as well, right? Because you take a lot of body shots, it just slows you down so you're in the open for a little bit longer. And Hooksy is now farming them. As for the jump scare, a little bit of revenge for Hooksy's. He mows them down. 3-0 for the Copenhagen Flames. And for Fiend, it is now the bye.
It's a chance for Hahn to show us what he can do with that AWP. Expect him to generally play up on that A side of the map. One of the things I personally really enjoy about Overpass is it's quite common for the 2 best players on a team to play a site together. Maybe not the case here. We've got Hahn with the AWP on A alongside Red Star, who's also got a sniper. That's another cool thing about this map. You've got those long-range angles on A. You can rock 2 snipers there. We've got a boost going right now, but nothing spotted for Nico Doz. I assume they'll abandon this shortly.
And they do. We see that all the time on Overpass now. It used to be so exciting and surprising when it first came out. Now it's just standard and often doesn't even get anything. So that'll be the case in this round. Slow, methodical approach for Copenhagen Flames. Because of the stack, they don't know what map control is available to them. They don't know if they've lost all this AE control, so they have to take their time taking that back. It will cost them a bit of utility to smoke out the bathrooms, but it's worth it, right? You don't really want to leave any stone unturned.
50 seconds. Still lots of nades left for the T's, and they will start to regroup down towards B. One man Hooksy back on A trying to sell the fake while they set up nades, but this monster stack is meaty right now.
It's a monstrous monster stack, Hulk. That's what it is right now, and they're going to spray down through the smoke. 1 kill for Bubble. Zyphon, he's got a double kill. The Galil, the weaker weapon in play, and it's made it happen. Red Star and Hahn, there's no retaking on a double up setup. Surely not. Hahn will get a nice flick, and that bomb's down. They don't even need a retake right now. Oh my god. The box protecting Zyphon right now, and Nikodos is just waiting for that second to peek around the corner, but Hahn has done that. He did peek into the open, and the shots are landing onto Zyphon, but not enough damage done. Unlucky for Hahn in this round. And so ended is Hooksy running in behind him. The Mac-10 will bring down the AWPer. And Red Star, he may not be saving an AK this time around, Hawker, but he's certainly saving a premium weapon. It's the AWP in this hands. So that is going to be a save at least for Fiend, but Copenhagen Flames are off to the flawless start, 4-0.
And we're already seeing some of the structure that they can put in place on this map, which is reminding me of Nuke. In this round, we see Hooksy on that flank up through A after selling the fake initially. From what I remember, he likes to do that quite a lot. He doesn't mind being away from the rest of his squad, trying to sell fakes. There were the standard nades to take the bathroom's control, to close the distance, to force Fiend back, to try and keep Fiend guessing. But really, it comes down to that flash out on the B site. Nico Doz seemed to get 3 flash assists there. And the fact that that sets up those rifles to have a chance to fight Monster, really nice. Fiend took a long time to figure out who's throwing the Monster Smoke in this round. Eventually, they figured it out, though. They throw that standard Monster Smoke to start. Red Star with the AWPs, trying to go aggressive. That one saved gun wants to get involved early. He did push B short, but didn't get the chance for a fight, so decides to think better of it and move elsewhere.
Long take coming in for Copenhagen Flames. Overpass, when you have a structured team similar to Copenhagen Flames, you are to expect a very slow, methodical T side, especially at the beginning of these rounds, right? There's just so much map control. If you want to play methodical, you've got to take your time. Can't really afford to go for any of these quick takes or diving right in to place the utility. Consider your options while the Nico does. Has found the shoulder bit of Hahn. He was just peeking out in towards long, trying to get that information. He stayed his welcome a little too long. So it's going to be Nico Dawes with the first kill of the round. 44 seconds left in play though. And this T side are being methodical in their approach again on the execute onto the A bomb site, but there's no one here for Fiend. Everybody's down on B right now, so it's going to be free for Copenhagen Flames. May just be the bodyguard squad to let Red Star get that up in the next one.
They ran a full A set play there on the Copenhagen Flames side too, which looked pretty good. They had the smoke for bank and dumpster. They had 3 mollies towards the site, and now they have another kill on the board. Yabi with a nice spray in through the playground. Red Star should be okay to save the AWP, and that will be important if Fiend want to go back to those 2 snipers we saw previously. We definitely do need to see Fiend lock down that B bomb site though. If they're playing with 2 AWPs on A, your B players have to hold the B site successfully, because those AWPs rotating over would not be able to do much. So it's going to be very important that Fiend can either slow down that B push or just stop it entirely. Those AWPs rotating down to the B site are unlikely to be able to do much in retake scenarios. So we have to see that B hold step up, as we have got those 2 AWPs back out on A.
Fiend have got to do it. You got to find a round here, otherwise this is about to get real messy. And Fiend are going to have to pull the comeback again, but Red Star, he's got off to a great start. His first kill of the game so far. And he's got away alive in towards Connector. It's never really comfortable choosing Connector as your position to fall back from, because you always have to worry about the possible flank in behind you as well. So he'd love to get out of there. He's done that well. Actually unreal how he gets out of there, to be honest. Red Star, well, hats off to you getting out of that position.
And with that man advantage, Fiend are happy to just shell up. They won't be happy with that flash, but they're happy to just shell up and sit back on the sites. And this is where Copenhagen Flames will get given the opportunity to set up one of these set plays if they want to. And if they go back to that A play, for example, it might be quite difficult for these AWPs to play around those mollies and those smokes. In fact, right now, it's only the 1 AWP properly on the A site. That's about to change, though. Red Star comes back to help.
Oh, another great flash being displayed on the server, blinding his teammates as the peak. But here goes hard, just holding the angle. Again, you can see how worried he is about that long potential issue. So he can't really stick around at Dicebox, has to drop back and play. But he's having to peek now. He realizes the attack is coming up to the side, but he's missed the timing. They're already past him. Oh no, they're running right over the top of him. He couldn't have got the worst timing to change up that position. He had the spot, he had the angle, but it's just the timing that worked against him. And now the site has been taken for Copenhagen Flames. They have to just hold off this retake attempt. And is it even going to be an attempt for Fiend? Well, Bubbles found a kill, so certainly starting to look like it. And now they start their charge out. Flash is going through. Remember, the post plant is still good here for Copenhagen Flames. In fact, it's so good. They found all the kills, and now it's just Bubble left trying to scramble together a few more, but it's not going to be enough. And Copenhagen Flames, even in the closely contested retake attempt, it still ends up being theirs dominantly towards the end.
Such a smart round from Copenhagen Flames. First, I feel like that AWP on the A site of Harm there is actually just waiting for the execute, it almost feels. It almost feels like he's expecting the execute rather than that fast play just with the pop flash. So he gets caught off guard. And then in the 4v4, Bubbles' first kill he got was onto Truck. But Yabi was still sitting there in Truck, so they didn't clear it properly. Yabi was set up for 2 kills. They weren't ready for another man on that same angle. And now Red Star is hungry for action. They've been struggling so far. He knows he has to step up with this AWP, but he's not given the opportunity. He has to just scurry away through the smoke.
It's a good level of Counter-Strike being shown by Copenhagen Flames. Great knowledge of when to change it up, when to go away from that straight up tactical executing towards the site, just making Fiend constantly guess. And Red Star is going forward. He realizes everything is on his shoulders now. He is going to have that AWP in play. He has got to make it work. And unfortunately for them, it's only 1 kill in this round, so he's out of there. And they're going to have to deal with a 4v4. And not only is it a 4v4, it's a situation where they don't have better guns, so they have to make plays like this. They have to take a few risks. And Bubble does exactly that, and he's found an AK. Now there's a chance for Fiend once again. They've got that man advantage.
This is a tricky scenario for the T's to come back from too, because they don't know where this player could have pushed to on this B side of the map. You have to clear this close right angle on Monster. You have to clear out all these awkward angles on short. You might have to use nades to do that. And if you do, then you kind of give the game away. So they may just go dry with 25 seconds remaining. Oh, and they've got the kill. That's what they needed.
And they've been able to find such an important opening again. Copenhagen Flames, are they about to turn this in their favor once more? Well, as soon as they take the site, it is in their favor. It's on the Fiend now to make that difference. They've only got an AK to do it. No utility to speak of, no kit. So the time is limited. And the weapon area even more so. But Bubble, he is quick on the headshot. Maybe an overextension there from the AWP of Nico. You can't really bet against him, though, when he's feeling this confident, but there has opened up a chance for Fiend. They've got kills, and Victor snaps away for another headshot. Bubble on the defuse, and that's the round Fiend win.
Victor on the dig is just so dangerous. How many rounds is he going to have with the dig in this series? He has really helped turn the tide of this series in quite a few scenarios on that Desert Eagle. Definitely the player on the team I would rely on. If we only had one dig, I'd be giving it to him. And that is an all-important round for Fiend to try and get something going here. And it looked like it was Copenhagen Flames' round, but Fiend were able to close the distance onto the B site. I wasn't sure if they were going to be allowed to do that. I wasn't sure if they'd be able to get into position in time, but they did so. And oh, it's back to the boost, and this time it's effective. Nico Doz finally showing us that that boost can still work.
Copenhagen Flames with the man advantage, just slowing the play down again. Red Star has been able to find quite a few picks on this long place over the last few rounds.
It's actually so much map control for Fiend. They've got Connector, they've got B short, they've got Red Star on long. Copenhagen Flames have to be ready for these B short fights. Or they could just bypass it entirely.
Oh, Bubble, he's found the bomb. He's brought him out of play. And now with 55 seconds left, here come Copenhagen Flames in towards the B site. Once they still with a man advantage, now Bubble makes the difference, and he does it again. He's followed up, he's doubled up and tripled his impact. The bomb lies on the floor, and Bubble has destroyed any hopes of a round win here for Copenhagen Flames. Sane, okay, Dreamer through the smoke. It's just ultimate BM. The second round for Fiend, and that is the life left in them, right? You see that little moment ignite inside of them. We've seen it before. We've seen it from Victor. Like you said, he has been the difference maker a lot of the time, getting them back into the series. And he does it again in the previous round with that deagle. It spurs this bit of life in them. It feels like they got that belief again. And they're able to pick up this follow-up round in a very convincing fashion. Bubble just having a great time.
They definitely do feel like quite a momentum-based team. Ooh, smoke deployed by Hart. He's got a gap in it. I think he wanted a bigger gap than that, though, to properly peek mid. But look at Red Star with the AWP. This is crazy.
Oh, he's missed the shot, and you don't want to be caught in this position, so luckily gets him behind the smoke and just about. But there's two AWPs there. There's two AWPs in middle. How is that allowed to happen? Roy just takes both down in mere seconds. And now it's a two-man advantage for Copenhagen Flames.
I cannot believe you make plays like that with the double AWP setup. It's so high risk. And now they're looking for a way back in, but the connector play may not be it because Zyphon is ready and waiting. Double kill on the AK, almost guaranteeing the round win. Well, you said that it looked like they were feeling confident again, Dinko. That might be slightly too confident.
Yeah, that was a little wild, wasn't it? There was no real thought process behind that. Oh, Zyphon, he does get picked off at least, but this round is easy for the Copenhagen Flames, and you can't really afford to do that if you're Fiend, because you're not really in this game yet. You know, you had the first footsteps into it, but you haven't really got yourself a foothold yet, have you? So, I think at this point, we're looking at a scenario that might just get Copenhagen Flames back into that comfortable position once again.
Dream is good to save. He's got some interesting stickers on his gun, gotta say. Why is the head so small on that guy on the right? You see that?
No, I didn't see it, unfortunately.
It's like the CSGO stickers. Like I think the CS Twitter account might have that.
Yeah,
as
the badly drawn.
Yeah. But like the head was so absurdly tiny.
Yeah, it's because it's badly drawn, Hawker.
I guess.
Yeah, it's just how is this little brain inside it? I was reading a book the other day, and it was telling me, it was like all about the science of the eyes. And so we have like 10,000 cells used in the part of the retina that allows for the full HD part of your brain, right? Like your vision. And
well, I've only got 5,000 personally because I need glasses.
Yeah,
but
you know But you know, you're looking at whatever you're looking at is the only part of your vision that is actually going to be high definition. The rest is your peripheral vision, which is actually low definition. Because if you wanted to actually have a full definition eyesight, you would need to have one of those, you know, alien heads out of Indiana Jones. You know, the super long alien heads. That would be the size of your head. That's the skull you would need to house the brain that would power enough for your cells to work for that full vision. So that's kind of cool. Maybe so that guy's just not seeing anything.
You know the vision facts that I know, Dinko, is that you can always see your nose.
Yeah.
And now you're noticing that you can see your nose, and you're annoyed at me.
No, because actually, you can't really, you can see it, but it's in such low definition that you don't actually see it.
You kind of ignore it, yeah. This is a weird start to the round. We've got mollies and smokes going off in mid, all sorts of strange shenanigans. Fiend have decided against the aggressive mid play this time, though, understandably. They have switched up their setup, though. They were playing with the 2 AWPs on A. This time, Bubble is there as the rifle assistance in case some closer range fights are required. They're always leaving long open, though, on this Fiend side, I feel. That could be dangerous. Just a quiet long play right now would probably destroy them, honestly.
Red Star. He's gonna go. He spots the arm, but they didn't see him. They had no idea. The AWP is down. That's gonna allow a kill. Can he get a second? He can. That's the bomb down as well. 30 seconds now. The recovery mission needs to begin. And Red Star's throwing a real spanner into the works. 25 seconds. They've got to get him out of there. They've got to force him out of the bathroom. They're gonna run right past him. Another one for Red Star. Zyphone completely forgets about the possibility that he could still be inside of the toilets. Maybe he thought, there's no way he's still there. Surely he's fallen back to the site. And in the end, Fiend win the round. Okay. That's nice for Red Star. Just incredible stuff out of him.
Oh, communication must have been slightly off there. Not realizing that player was still in the bathrooms. It could have partly been because I believe there was a Copenhagen Flames player pushed all the way up to the site. So maybe the calls were just off and he looks at the minimap and thinks he's fine, but clearly very much not the case. Super aggressive stance there from Red Star, though. If he did go down on the trade or anything like that, I don't know if the rotate would have arrived in time, but he had the skill to get the kills, and now he's gone back to the aggressive stance again, but they're about to push him from the other side. He decides to fall back just in time, though. Oh, so close to being spotted.
Copenhagen Flames are starting to gather once again into middle for their demise. And the last round was brought to them in part by Red Star's AWP. Well, they're going again. They obviously want to try and rectify that. They've got an idea of how they want to approach it. Once again, Red Star's in the bathroom. And they're going to check him. But they're still going to lose a player. Luckily, the trade's very quick indeed. And Hans over here with a secondary AWP. It's quite an unorthodox way of playing with his double AWP setup on the CT side. But clearly they think this is the way to go about it. Second AWP hiding in behind Dicebox. The Copenhagen Flames, they're under a lot of pressure right now, and Bubbles just spammed through the long smoke, and he's got another kill. There's a 2-man advantage in, and that bomb's not down. They've got to make some huge plays, and that's a lovely shot out of Zyphon. He needs more, and he's got it again. Zyphon is hitting some unbelievable shots right now, and Nikodor is getting involved as well, just down to the 1v1. It's Victor versus Nikodor. 28 seconds left. Nikodor's moving forward, deeper and deeper, and Victor, yet again, saving Fiend and having that impact we know he's capable of.
Had to be the quick headshots from Victor there. I'm guessing that's almost all that was showing, but the AWP just got to stop, just got to counter-strafe, but didn't get to pull the trigger on what was quite a chaotic round all over that A-bomb site. Copenhagen Flames did a pretty good job at getting onto the site in the first place. Zyphon, just with that pure instinct shot, almost turned the round in their favor. The second was nice, and then he could have got the third kill too. It was his teammate who came in for it, but comes down to a 1v1. And this time, Fiend able to win it, and that puts them in a position where they finally have control of the economy. Copenhagen Flames down to pistols in this round.
Hooksy crossing over to playground. Copenhagen Flames have felt the wrath of some of these closer rounds, but mainly just that explosive ability of the amount of players that Fiend have. You know, we had one big round from Victor with the Eagle that really started this affair back into this. Then we had Bubble having a huge shutdown. Then we had Red Star delivering some mental moments. And then Victor yet again in the close clutch. It's not like Copenhagen Flames have played badly. It's just that Fiend have had these unbelievable step-ups from each of their individuals that has provided them the amount of rounds they've got on this board. That does worry me for Fiend in the long run, though, because it isn't sustainable to do that, at least in theory. But so far, it's been working for Fiend, and most importantly, it's been enough to break down the economy and at least put them in this situation.
Another slow round coming through on the T side, but they will start to group up in and around the bathrooms. Only one flash to work with. It's got to be a good one.
They'll really have to make it sing, and it is going to be Hooksy with the flash assist onto his teammate, so that is brilliant. And Red Star and Victor taking a couple, but Nico Dawes is snappy with that deagle. And unfortunately, Bubble was always in behind, and it's 5 rounds for Fiend. As you would expect, Copenhagen Flames lose that round, but it's all about this one for them. They've got the money back in the bank account for the AK-47s. For Fiend, it is still a little bit of a mixture of purchase. Harn looked like he was going to keep the MP9, but he actually is. He's going to drop his teammate, so selfless player there, Harn. He has to be having the best of games individually, but so he's going to toss that M4 over to someone else to pick it up.
Dreamer?
Okay, Dreamer's
He's come
got it
back
now.
for the MP9, it's fine.
Yeah.
5 rounds found by Fiend. There's a tongue twister for you, Dinko.
5 rounds found by Fiend.
Hard.
5 rounds found by Fiend.
that sounds like a chant now. Oh, good shot from Red Star. Hooksy wasn't ready for the boost over the top, but here comes Roy. That same play again, catching them in from party, not allowing them to run back safely.
5 rounds, one
might be 6 here. Gotta wait and see.
6 rounds, one by Fiend. There we go.
Doesn't work the same.
This rhyme really is fantastic. We got a great chant going on. Creativity is just hanging out of us. Roy, he's at the front
he hears this
of the pack, and he is going to know that Bubble's gone into long, and that is his chance and his shot at this round. There's another play coming up, though. It's all about Roy. Oh, he's looked. Dreamer has no idea. How
but the bomb's
is
still
Roy
at
in this
spawn.
position?
Like, they can't actually
the
link up right now. Oh, he's flanking B, though. This is so
huge.
sick.
This is huge from Roy. This is what you can do on Overpass sometimes. You can catch those timings into towards bathrooms. You can get all the way in behind B. There's absolutely no way the C-tiers are ready for this. Roy's about to find the easiest kills of his life if he can get into a decent position.
Don't do a Tarek. Don't do a Tarek. No!
He's done a Tarek. Why have you done him like that?
Oh, I feel bad because Tarek, he's not even a CS player anymore. He's still getting done. Yeah. It's just known as the Tarek now. It's the same as the Summit 1G, okay? I'm sorry. Oh, Bubble's coming back. Ollie forces him forward. Bubble has to fight to the death, and he wins it against Zyphon. Oh, they lose the round.
How? Roy has been so good in this game so far as well, right? He's just been so clinical.
And yet that's the clip that everyone's going to watch.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Yeah. Sorry about that, Roy.
Oh. I hope he doesn't lose confidence from it. Let's go. Let's go.
Now,
they got a force
all you need to do is use that, turn that negativity into motivation.
True.
Now you got to make a better play that everybody watches instead of that. It has to be insane, because everybody loves negativity more than they love positivity. So.
That's also true. And he do it with a Galil, though. Nope, he's already dead. But Nico Doz can trade, and they can get an AK into their hands from that. So that is a good start to the round, all in all, for the T's. They've lost a lot of control on A, though. Can we see that angle that Han's holding again? We might get to see it from the... Yeah, oh, you can see under that? Oh, dude. He's not going to spot Hooksy, though. Now, this is awkward. Fiend think it can't be A right now. Wait, Hooksy? Oh my god, you're so smart! He's going to wait as long as possible. And now if they quick send it to A, they might get there before Fiend can respond.
They're not even responding.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, they're just sitting here on B. They gotta wait until they know where it's going, and then they'll decide what they want to do. And if it is A, I don't think they go for it. They don't have a kit. Well, they have one kit. They don't have a utility, though. 2 flashes is all they have to play with right now. So this surely isn't going to go too well for them. 25 seconds. Starting to clear out the site. Copenhagen Flames have went to the right spot. Fiend. Interested to see where they go with this one. They are going to push the long avenue back towards spawn, so yeah, looks like it's a save call for Fiend. So that's a really solid round to win for Copenhagen Flames.
Pretty unfortunate for Han, in all honesty. I like the idea of holding that angle, but I guess he didn't know fully that Hooksy could sneak by him. And just that one play absolutely turns the round. They thought that A was going to be completely fine because they had that man pushed so far up. Instead, the round goes against them. So 8-6 for Copenhagen Flames, bouncing right back. Fiend fine to save all their guns, I believe. They will. Keep 3 rifles into the last round of the half. Couple of weaker weapons in there, but definitely a capable buy here in their last CT round of this first half.
It's been a good game.
Whatever happens here, we've got a close half, right? And we haven't had that in the other 2 maps. So
that's what I was saying. That's what I was asking for coming into this final map was, you know, just instead of just one super strong half and then a comeback in the second, let's just have a good half of Counter-Strike where it's closely contested the whole way through. And well, that's what we're getting right now. Red Star, he's loving these early peaks. He has committed there for quite some time, actually, and he's very lucky to still be alive. I thought Hooksy would have found it.
He's still there. How is he alive right now? He just stayed at party the whole time. Oh, but Hooksy's running up long quickly. They might not be ready. Han is forced to peek by his teammate who wanted to hold the angle. They've got the smoke up now, though, so there won't be any fights just yet. What a sketchy start to the round.
Smoke down in Monster. It's going to slow things right down as we go under a minute. For Copenhagen Flames, this is going to feel like a lifetime being a player down. And for Fiend, they're looking for the 7th. And here comes the attack through Monster. Flash has gone down into Monster itself. Dreamer's been incredibly quiet. Well, this time could be the step up as they're charging forward. Is the stack ready on the other side? CT's in plenty. The hold is good. Roy now trying to make up for his mistake a little earlier on. He's got himself a double and looking for the 4K. Is it going to be the redemption arc or is it more like Game of Thrones? It's 8-7 on the board as we join into the second half in just a little bit. Make sure you come back after the break.
'Cause I'm not slowing down, I'm never going under. I survived the pain, I know it made me stronger. So meet the monster, I came to conquer. When all the smoke clears, I'll still be on my feet. Forget all of my fears, cause I know my destiny. I feel a champion waking inside of me. It's set in motion, the legends spoken. This is my moment. Can't break my focus, know where I'm going. This is my moment.
It's 7.5 coming in. Copenhagen Flames do lead the way. It's the closest half we've had all day so far between these two sides. Really going blow for blow. And what could you ask more for in a best of 3 in the third map, Hawker? This is exactly what I wanted.
Exactly what we all wanted, with a lot on the line here for both of these teams. It is so cool to see a close map, and I'm sure the pressure will continue to mount if it continues to play this close. We've got the Danes switching over to the CT side, while the Bulgarians will get a chance to try and bring that bulldozer back out, Dinko. It's not quite broken down, but it's been stuck in first gear. I don't know if bulldozers have gears, though, to be honest. Do they?
I mean, I would assume every vehicle has gears, right?
Probably,
That's just how
yeah.
it works.
Yeah, why not? Maybe they're all automatic. I don't know. Maybe there's some high-tech bulldozers out there.
But they have gears, too. They just don't have to manually shift the gears, right?
Yeah, that's okay. That's fair enough. You got me there.
I'm just thinking.
Look, I don't have a driving license. Okay, I don't need to know any of this rubbish.
I mean, I don't know. Some experts, but we're gonna prove us both wrong somehow. But that's always the way. Someone's always smarter than you, and that's what we have to live with. Zyphon, he's gonna hold back in the sight. He's gonna peek out in towards long. He's found what? Harness down, and Zyphon so cool under pressure. I really like that. You know, a younger player just so cool under pressure in those pistols, just taking 2 headshots. Many a player would panic in that situation. But Copenhagen Flames giving them an advantage because of that. And they are still looking for a way back into the site. Victor's still alive. And when this guy's alive in crucial crunch situations, you never really can bet against him. He's such an incredible player. And he's got himself a big headshot, but now he's alone and eventually will be run down. Yabi just about staying alive on 1 HP. And Copenhagen Flames will grab themselves 9. 9-7. They find the pistol in the second half. And I think in a game like this, where it's incredibly close, that pistol really can make a difference. Because now it's all about who gets off to a good start here in the second half. And Copenhagen Flames have given themselves that opportunity.
They have. And we get a pause off the back of it. We did have a tech pause earlier because Bubble spilt his water. So there's always a chance that it's something along similar lines.
Maybe his gears jammed on his bulldozer.
Maybe that's the problem. I'm enjoying seeing such an even fragging distribution from Copenhagen Flames, though. I feel like normally you'll get Hooksy lagging behind a bit, and that's partly because of the roles he plays. If you watch him play, you'll see him a lot just kind of flying in first so his teammates can trade. But so far, everyone's been delivering.
So I was intrigued, Hawker, and but you're right, bulldozers don't have gears.
I literally knew it. Just gut. That is pure gut instinct. I'm just at one with the bulldozers.
You're the resident esports bulldozer expert.
I think I found my calling.
No limits.
I think I'm a bulldozer driver, boys.
The first and most obvious benefits to a hydrostatic transmission in a dozer is that you have no gears.
Wait, in a dozer, do they actually call it a dozer?
Yeah, a big dozer. That's what we call dosia.
So what's the bull and what's the dozer?
Well, the bull is a male cow.
Okay, well, I mean...
I'm an expert in cattle, what can I say?
Oh,
but you're right,
wow.
I can't believe that bulldozers haven't got gears at. How have you done that? How have you actually got that right, Hulk?
I mean, they don't go very quick, do they? Maybe they do.
They run like a tank, I guess. Like, you know, they have that sort of track thing. Yeah. I can tell I'm a new age man because I don't know anything about that stuff. Alright, pushing up in the middle. Good play towards playground. It's going to be 1 kill, but he hung around too long, and Red Star is easily able to trade that out.
Still some information taken, and that was their weakest weapon. It also confirms the force buy, which they probably could have guessed anyway after the previous round with the bomb plant, but still, good to know that you are up against some rifles in this one. It may influence the positions you decide to play. Right now, we've got this aggression on B. The short player is looking this way, but he can't spot all the way into Monster. Here come the fights, though, and Yabi should get one for free from this position, and he may even get back safely. Smoke will help in that matter. There are even more players rotated down to the B site, so this is a fantastic read here from the Danes.
And Victor walking his way out the front of the pack. 30 seconds left as Zyphon hides behind the barrels. Victor does have a Molotov, but they're waiting for the contact play, and that's going to swing the reply out for Zyphon, who is playing this to perfection. How many young players you get to see in that position be able to just get the amount of multi-kill success Zyphon's been able to do in this series? He's turned Red Star into the 1 versus 1, though. And he's found Yabi's head. He's taking significant damage on the fallback, though, and that bomb plant allows extra seconds for Nico to push up closer, and then FAMAS, it doesn't matter! Red Star with a 4K, and a huge clutch to deliver Fiend their 8th round.
And you can tell that he was hyped after that. He doesn't even move in-game after winning the clutch. That means he was getting the fist bumps. I don't know if they're in person. Maybe he was fist bumping himself. But he was definitely getting hyped, because that is a round they probably shouldn't have won when Red Star gets down so low from the flames with such little time. He had to even predict where that last player would be coming from to plant safe so that he wouldn't be exposed on the bomb plant. But he did so successfully and then had to hit the headshot, and wow, what a round for Fiend. They come right back. Now it's Copenhagen Flames' turns to try and cause an upset in this one, but oh my god, Red Star's still going. Just no chance there for Nico does.
Yeah, this is starting to really seem a little more difficult than Copenhagen Flames would have liked with the Eagles. I mean, they have actually been finding quite a bit of success with those low buys throughout this best of 3. I think the same can be said for Fiend. And this looks to be a round where Fiend looks to snatch control of it, and Victor cracking the head right off Roy. And it's starting to look like it's going to be a pretty clean round here for Fiend if they can keep this up. Hooksy tried to throw down a smoke for extra cover, and he's actually worked it out for a kill. A lot of pressure finally put down. Yabi and Zyphon, the next victims to fall shortly against Fiend. And now we are looking at an equalized scoreline. Zyphon hitting some nice shots. His need plenty more where that came from. And Victor, he's in behind him. 9-9 tied up on the board. No money in the bank for Copenhagen Flames, so Fiend are going to take the lead here, Hawka.
Oh, you can't confirm that yet, Dinko, okay? Don't promise things that you can't deliver on to the people at home. You have no influence on whether or not they take the lead. You don't know that. They could lose this round on purpose. They could have their internet die.
Well,
it's not likely, but it's possible.
Well, I like to live in the world of most likely. Here we are, Dreamer with the MAC-10. He's about to prove me right and Hulk wrong. The only thing Hulk will ever get right in his life is that
I did not give a single prediction for this round. I gave no prediction, everybody. I'd like to remind you of that.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to live with the only thing you get right in life is that bulldozers have no gears, Alex. You've used up all of your random guesses on that one.
Random guesses.
Go
this
play
man knows nothing about gut instinct.
Go play some GeoGuessr, man. You'll get 0 out of whatever attempted turns you go for.
Do you have a degree, Dinko?
Nope. You do.
No, I didn't think so.
Let's talk about
clearly, Clearly, I am very smart because I have a degree and Dinko doesn't. And obviously, you have to have a degree to be smart. We all know this.
In particular, it has to be in geography. Otherwise,
of course,
you know,
all the smartest people in the world have geography degrees. Albert Einstein actually got a degree in geography first.
Yep, and they realized it was useless.
Imagine if that one was true, because that one I'm just completely making up.
Right, go type it in. It's like the only degree that
quickly,
Albert
edit
Einstein
Wikipedia,
ever
guys.
had
Help me out. Help me out.
was geography. Just quickly fill it in.
Well, Fiend are in the
Isaac
lead,
Newton.
so you didn't lie to us. I'm glad about that.
Yep. Don't need a degree for that one.
No.
Don't need a
Oh,
degree.
look at this stack from Copenhagen Flames. They got 4 on A. They're going to push mid.
Well, flashes up in the app. There's going to be Roy and Nico. Adaz going down. Red Star able to make it happen. And now swinging into the open. It's just Bubble left alone in the 1 versus 3. And this has been a big shutdown for Copenhagen Flames. So reply that was needed. And it was swift, calculated, and effective so far. And Bubble, he has got experience in buckets. But the bomb is nowhere near him.
That's the sort of round that reminds me of Heroic's style of play. They'll actually do that sometimes on their CT side. They'll just go for a massive stack on CT side early in a round. They'll just push together. And you see how effective it can be. If Fiend aren't ready fully for those fights, you can just completely obliterate them and leave Bubble in a really tough spot. An unwinnable spot now, in fact. I can say that because the round's over. Confirmed, Dinko.
And now it's 10-10, Hawker. Would you look at that? Look how neatly these CTs
I was
are
about
lined
to
up.
say, this is like a banana lineup spawn. What the hell?
This is so nice. You never see this.
Oh, from this angle, it doesn't look as cool.
It still looks pretty good.
It's not bad. Oh, we've still got to buy out for Fiend. Last round was really a non-starter for them. They never got to run their play off the back of the mid-aggression going against them. We have a similar aggressive stance on mid, just not quite as all-in and not quite as aggressive. Nico Doz playing alongside Roy, who's been mollied into the open. He's committed to this angle, and he could go uncleared here. This is not a common spot. Red Star doesn't check it, but now Roy could be trapped. He goes for the fight with his teammate. Nice double peek from Nico Doz, who doubles down on the position before Victor finally brings it back.
Oh, he did it. 3-pointer. Horns throwing the AWP out of the map. And now under a minute left in play. And it will be Copenhagen Flames with that advantage. Not really feeling pressured to do too much aggression. So they just sit back and they're waiting for their opponents to come their way. And eventually they will. Victor and Horn currently setting up for what is going to be a final B attack. To do this attack, they have a smoke, 4 flashbangs, an HE grenade, and a Molotov. Plenty of utility to make this work. 35 seconds, eventually they've got to go, and this is the best site to hit because Hooksy's here alone. He's the only player here, and he's going to try and delay with some utility. Now they know that this is going to be that B play. They're going to start pulling an extra player over to B to try and help them out. And there's only 20 seconds left. They've got to make this attack work. They've got to make it happen. And the rotation's down, which makes it much more difficult. A few seconds prior, they would have had 1 player left here, but Hooksy, he's got help. Zyphon's alongside him. And Hooksy is slightly out of the barrels right now. 8 seconds and that ball is nowhere near the site. They have left themselves with not enough time and they've committed to the Lion's Den. They might just lose their lives after time, which would mean absolutely no extra cash going into the next round and no weapons. They have to be careful, and they do. They stay alive.
Just about holding on to their weapons. But even that doesn't leave them in an ideal spot. Right, they're going to get 3 AKs and they're going to have 1 or 2 weaker weapons in the mix. Similar scenario, though, honestly, where both teams don't have much money. So it's pretty okay for Fiend right now, saving these guns. Sure, it's not the best buy, but if they win this round, they're actually putting themselves in a really good position. Mid-aggression again from Copenhagen Flames. This is unrelenting, and Fiend can't handle it right now.
Oh, putting forward, it is going to be Roy with the USP out. Just too many players there. Once you commit to playground like that, you're very unlikely to come out on top of that situation. Maybe you get 1, but you're eventually going to be traded out. There's too many forces, you get overrun. It's the battle from Thermopylae all over again. They didn't last much longer. Nico does. With the kill on Dreamer. 4 versus 3. Now 3v2. Red Star with a good headshot up there, actually. Victor and Red Star, they're 2 players you want in the clutch. This is definitely doable. 59 seconds, under a minute in play, and Hooksy quickly trying to run up long, getting close. He may be able to get in a flank if he can move quickly enough and be undetected. He's also got Yabby holding off the bathrooms for the time being, but Victor, grid awareness, look at that, the big read. Comes out of the bathrooms, checks down long near the T side and finds the kill that he needs. And now the final attack comes in, 35 seconds. Look at the position of Yabby, this should be enough. He spots the head out, but he hasn't been able to take the kill. Maybe shot a little early, but Siphon yet again on the double. This guy has really impressed me throughout this game, Holka. There's a few things about him that I think he's really solid at. It's the spray transfers and that composure under transferring a target to target. And the second thing is being able to always find a multi-kill, or more than not, find a multi-kill in a sort of anchor role. And for me, that's really impressive for a player that maybe doesn't have the most experience. And that's a very good sign moving forward.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. His raw aim looks really sharp, I think, with a lot of these rounds we're seeing. And like you said, he is still quite a raw player. So back on Nuke, for example, I do feel there were a couple of rounds where his positioning was slightly off on some of those ramp holds. But that's the kind of thing that can absolutely come with time. And being on a team like this, where Hooksy is an in-game leader who will put together a system, he'll be starting to learn how to play within a structured team, which I'm sure will help him throughout his career. So definitely glad to see that there are still these sorts of Danish teams that can develop good, talented players. Gives a chance for Roy to show us what he can do too, as someone who has stood out in this series. Maybe not as much on this map specifically, but his teammates have taken up the slack for him. And then Nico Doz is super solid as an AWPer. He hasn't had crazy highlights, I would say, but he's just been reliable for the team. And he's put Copenhagen Flames in a fantastic position here. 12-10 up, with a high likelihood of making it 13. Victor's got the AK though, Dinko. And this guy always seems to do something in these sorts of rounds.
Always does. Victor, the villain for Copenhagen Flames. See if he can make his AK-47 sing a beautiful tune. Hasn't seen anybody in towards barrels, so you're going to have to deconstruct that boost quite quickly. Dismount from it. And consider a path into this B site without the boost or the advantage. That makes things incredibly more difficult. They have no utility for a B hit, and now they've got to make Victor work it. He's got himself one, going in for a second. Couldn't quite follow up on Yabby, but it's enough of a distraction to allow the monster play to happen. Now that AK-47's in the hands of the very capable Red Star, they're trying to get the bomb planted. Bubble, oh, he gets the bomb down, but couldn't quite get away. And now it is Red Star alone in the 1v3 clutch. AK-47, yes, in hand, but 3 players running him down. And it was an inevitability that he would fall at the hands of Roy. It's 13 rounds now for Copenhagen Flames. They're looking to progress. They're looking to take this win in the best of 3. But this series, if there's one thing we've learned so far, it's just that it never really ends. There's always a comeback to be had. There's always a few more rounds to be squeezed out of it. It's nearly 10 o'clock. How have we been here for nearly 4.5 hours, Olka? How has this happened?
It's been a close series, man. Obviously, the tech pause was a big part of that too. But yeah, this has been intense here on this final map. And we know that Fiend are a team capable of just suddenly putting a win streak together. We've seen it in this series. We've seen it in past qualifiers. This game definitely is still open. Nade into connector. Hooksy can jump peek so that they can keep this boost. But now that the smoke has gone down to cover off the door, they're not comfortable sticking with the stack. Instead, they fight connector. And Yabby wins that initial duel. Roy now going aggressive, and Dreamer's not ready for the second man. Copenhagen Flames picking Fiend apart once again.
Red Star with one, and a big swing out from Hooksy. Looks back to short as well. He's done well to get a double kill. He's put it down to just Harn here for Fiend. It's a really important round for the Bulgarians. It is one that they will not win. 14-10. Copenhagen Flames 2 away from victory. Here comes another purchase for the Fiend side, though. What is on the line right now? Winner will qualify for the Intel Extreme Masters Fall 2021 Europe. A LAN event. An event that is the last RMR before the major. If you have a good performance there, you might find yourself a spot playing in the major in Stockholm, hopefully. Closer to the end of the year.
Flash forces Nico does away. Finally, they stop that mid-aggression on the Fiend side. Question is, can they take B short safely? Because Yabi and Zyphon are pushing on the CT side.
Oh, Bubble, double kill! And that has turned it into what is doable in this 2 versus 3 as they now charge into the B side. Harn at the front. Did spot Hooksy cross into barrels. I'm gonna flash Hooksy into the fight. Luckily, there was no one on the receiving end of that flash because that did not go too well. Now with 1 minute and 8 seconds left, that bomb is starting to come back up to A, and already on his charge, Bubble is sprinting to the A site. Nikodos is going to try and get up here in time, but he's in the bank. And Bubble's already on default right now. So Nikodos doesn't really feel too comfortable about overextending or really trying to take too much of a fight there and forcing the issue. That bomb will start to get planted in. Now there actually is a chance for Fiend. Really solid stuff getting them into this situation. For Copenhagen Flames, they have got the extra player available. They've got a flash and a smoke and kits on everyone. They're waiting for the perfect time to strike. They'll go on the flash. The pop-up hasn't blinded. It's ineffective on Harn. He's going to start fighting down Bank, but there's too many players, and now it's a 1v1. Bubble with the 3k. Can he get 4? Can he get 11 rounds for Fiend? He's going for the jump shot on the clock and eventually goes to the AK-47. Bubble with another huge play. 4 kills and 11 rounds for Fiend.
Not an easy round for Fiend to win there. They had to play the post plant from the bomb site. Bubble couldn't get back to safety, so he's having to play from the default box. Normally, that's the sort of spot where you can get swarmed so quickly. And even though Harn took a long time to get that bank kill, his AK spray not looking too sharp, maybe the sort of AWPer that really wants the AWP in his hands, it was still just enough to get the kill, to put Bubble in a position where he had a good chance to win the round. And just when they need someone to step up, Fiend find that round and put it into a position where the CT economy is on its last legs here. They've only got 2 premium rifles bought into this round, one of them being that AWP of Nikodos, which was looking for a fight at mid, but look at how safe Fiend are playing. I think this is just that prior mid aggression. They're concerned about it again here, and they're just sitting back and waiting. Nikodos is in trouble.
Oh. Victor's on 1 HP. Nikodos under a lot of pressure. And oh, he's going to be naded by his own teammate. No way did I think that was going to be the end of Nikodos, but in the end it is. Oh, that is horrible.
Oh, and now Zyphon makes noise. Bubble ready for that position. Only Hooksy on the site with the dig. They may not be ready for this exact position, but boom. Bubble wraps around him, and somehow Hooksy couldn't hear that. With another kill, and Fiend are almost certainly going to be taking a 12th round and going to be bringing themselves back into contention here at Overpass.
This is what I just said, right? The fact that we're in this scenario where this game, no matter when you think it's about to go the other way, when you finally think it's reaching its conclusion, it never ends. There is always going to be a few more rounds to be squeezed out of this one. Really shaking the bag. And Fiend are on their way back again. 2 rounds away from tying up this scoreline. And we have got another best of 3 coming your way today, ladies and gentlemen. It is waiting in the wings. It's already started, actually, over on the other side of things. And Roy. Oh, he's done well.
What?
How has he done that? How has he got this AWP in his hand? And unfortunately, he stood behind wood, but that is ridiculous that he actually pulled off a couple of those kills.
Victor should have had him. I'm pretty sure Victor whiffed slightly there.
Yeah.
It might affect them somewhat in the long run on the Fiend side. Actually, no. I think they're going to be fine, because this is against the low buy. So unless something goes horribly wrong here, they should build up some money, and it should be okay. I was scared for a second just looking at their economy and thinking to myself, this could go wrong. But considering the buy they're against, I'm sure they're all right.
Well, overall on the mainstream, guys, this is a round we shouldn't be seeing too much in, but over on the mainstream, you can go and watch Mad Lions versus Dignitas. Currently 3-1 with Dignitas up a map. Here on this stream, you can continue watching this series, and in just a little bit, we'll have more action from the Bulgarian region. It'll be Skate versus Anonymo. Poland enter the server later today, so excited to see that one. Starting at 10:30 CEST currently scheduled. That is, if this game ends at a certain point, Hawker, or just ends at all.
That could be a fun series too, because late night Counter-Strike can get kind of loopy at times.
Yeah, excited to see if Snacks can get back.
I'm excited to see Snacks too.
Yeah, I haven't casted Snacks lately. In a while. When was the last time? Maybe years ago. So looking forward to that.
I'm trying to think. I may have cast him at Flashpoint personally, because that was the last RMR they made it to, which I think is part of the reason why they're invited to this closed qual. You know.
They only lost by 40%, so that's fine.
Oh boy. Anonymo have actually made some roster moves recently. They picked up a couple of fairly unknown Polish players, actually, which will be fun to watch. This round has just gone like as boringly as it could have, because they found the site that wasn't stacked. Oh, here we go, Dreamer. He's fine. He'll get away. His teammates will keep him safe. How has Nicodos got a Glock? He went to T-spawn to get a Glock. Why would you even take the Glock? Yeah, that's what you deserve. Taking a Glock over a USP.
Is this series not been long enough for you already? You don't have to go get a Glock. 14-13. Fiend are looking to pull this all the way back. Copenhagen Flames, an important round ahead. There's no one buying just yet. They're all listening to what Hooksy has to say, what options they have. And again, just a reminder to everybody at home, we're currently playing in the Valve Major Circuit, which means we aren't allowed coaches inside of the team. So it really will be those in-game leaders that have the advantages in these situations, right? You got to really dig deep and believe in your leader in these scenarios. And that is going to be a big advantage to teams that really do have an IGL. It looks like a quicker play in towards B coming in from Fiend, but look at the play up from Copenhagen Flames. It's the opposite approach. They've taken full A control.
It's that same play they ran previously, stacked so heavily on the A site, going aggressive early. This is what was successful for them previously, so they go back to that aggression. But if Fiend send it into the B site, this could be a fast bomb plant with lots of nades left to work with.
And this puts a lot of pressure on Yabi as well, because yes, he should have a rotation coming in quickly, but you want him to delay for a little bit longer, and as soon as I say that, he just walks into the AWP. He's down, and there's no resistance on the B site. Oh no, Copenhagen Flames, this is looking like a bit of a nightmare.
How's that molly spread like that? The teams threw that molly themselves.
Yeah, that's a little rough. It looks like Copenhagen Flames are going to save Alex.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's what they have to do here. That's part of why they are happy to go for this sort of stack, because they say, you know what, if we get it wrong, we'll just save and maybe just play a standard round in the next.
Yeah, this is rough though, isn't it? It's just, it's tough to stomach these kind of rounds, but it is the playstyle they're going for. Heavy leans, gambles. And Hooksy, oh, he's done a good bit of damage, but now the hunt is really on. They're trying to eliminate everybody. There's money in the banks of Fiend. There's not money in the banks of the CTs right now. They need to save their weapons. And luckily, Nico does will hold on to his. Looks like another potential fight here for Victor. I think he's taking the wrong approach, though. 14-14, we're tied up.
I mean, that's the minimum of what they needed, but they still can't fully drop and get a good buy here on the CT side.
This is awful, yeah.
Like, maybe you do just save this round and play for overtime. I think that could be the correct call, because at least you have 3 rifles here, a chance to make something happen with some pistols. That's the approach they're taking. They're investing minimally into this round. They'd rather have a chance in the next, and because of that, we could just see another risky setup taken in this round. This time actually stacking B.
It's the opposite. Fiend are in their heads. Fiend have got the book right now and they're reading from it. And just leaving Hooksy alone up here on this A site. At least he has the caller, so you'll be able to gather all the information needed and make those decisions based on, does he want those rotates early? What is the defense going to look like in place? I don't know if he's getting any info, and he has just been found. Oh no, has to be the save again. Has to be the save again.
like this long play is pretty much the only play they can't account for in this setup. And sure, Hooksy has gone down on mid, but he didn't see that the players were so far up long. So by the time any rotate starts, they've already pushed all the way into bank. Roy's not even ready for that. One more player dealt with. They have enough money on most of their players either way. Nico does, for example. So much cash he could buy an AWP in the next. So maybe you do just see if you can do something, but you can't win this round, right? No kit.
No, it's already done, I think.
Like, if you had a kit, you could try and just get on the bomb and cause some dumb chaos, but that would be the only way.
Everyone's favorite strategy.
They're trying.
Oh my god, they're actually gonna do it. No kit. Oh my god, no. Okay. Okay. There you go. Yeah, everyone's favorite strategy, Alex. Dumb chaos in round 29.
Good strategy. Roll the dice. Why not?
Yeah. That would be the name of your Counter-Strike team. Dumb chaos.
Dumb chaos. Well, Fiend have map and series point in a strange scenario. They've got here, but now Copenhagen Flames have one more chance to bring us to overtime and to make this series be even longer, Dinko. It's been a long one already. It's been a grind for both of these teams, but they're used to grinding the qualifiers. Now they've got to do it in this best of three. Copenhagen Flames back to the standard setup. They don't want to mess about with any stacks any longer, Dinko. They want an actual chance at a round win.
Because Fiend are in their heads right now. You know, Fiend know every stack they go for, it feels like. So yeah, it's hard to make a gamble stack when every time you're gambling it's going the other way, right? You can't really keep doing that. Eventually you got to cut your losses and play it safe. And that is the call right now for Copenhagen Flames.
Well, you say that. I thought Roy was going to play Heaven for the fast rotate, but he just dropped down, committing the 4-man B.
Yep. They've gone for
this is okay, though, because you have the AWP on A who can just hold the long angle and probably call for a fast rotation if necessary. So it's not as bad as it seems.
Yeah, but Fiend are about to go back A. They've always got the right call, it feels. This is really solid from Fiend. Unless they just barrel back and go B again, and then they just make me look a little foolish, but they're going to throw some fake utility, it seems, out to A. They're going to try and take some bathrooms control. That might actually be enough to pull a rotation. You don't want to be caught out again from these stacks going the wrong way, so Hooksy is starting to go back up to A.
Look at the util, though. The CT still have 2 more smokes for Monster. That could buy a massive amount of time.
Yeah, Fiend have got to consider, do they even want to go through these smokes at this point? 35 seconds, they might have to just pinch through the site. They have to just go through short. They have to try and split through Monster. The short split could really help, though. You know, having 2 avenues of approach for this T side, this could be it. We're going to see if the hold's going to be good enough for Copenhagen Flames. They got 3 players down here on the B side. 20 seconds, not leaving themselves much time here, Fiend. It has to be perfect, and Nikodos has found the kill. Are they going to run it back, eh? Oh my god, they've no time.
No.
No way, they have no time. The bomb's in connector, it can't go down. There's just no time for the round win. Siphon shuts it down anyway, and we're going to overtime. Join us after the break, ladies and gentlemen, because we've got more Counter-Strike action between these two teams. They're inseparable right now.
into my face. Tell me now why you want to wait. Running out of words you wanna say. I've been looking for you, looking for you, looking for you. Take me down, leave me lost and found. Take me down, loudly without a sound, and I will rise, and I will fly.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Overtime is just about ready to get underway between these two teams. Copenhagen Flames versus Fiend. It just keeps going. We just keep getting more rounds, Holka. It just never ends. And this is exactly what you want to see on a third map decider of a game that has sort of teased at these comebacks a lot and never really amounted to much. But they're inseparable. They're equally matched and so much on the line. You know, one of these teams heads to IEM Fall.
And we started to see the pressure come through on the server in that last round. Fiend overthinking things in round 30 of regulation. Now they have to get the job done in overtime. But with that early fight going the way of Han, this round might become more comfortable for them. It's a clear and concise 5v4 advantage. No further action, no further frags going either way. Here comes some aggression from the CTs, though. They want to find a way back into this round. Roy sitting behind this smoke, gets the timing just right on that fight. Straight back to an even 4v4.
Yeah, easy stuff out of Roy. And now with a 4v4, round once again opens up either way, as the series has been. A close battle. Roy's deep inside a connector, though. It looks like Fiend do want to send a player down there. And they're not going for it yet. Roy's actually given up connector anyway. We'll transition back into short. Victor just sitting outside of Monster. I don't want to see Fiend run out of time again. I want to see them actually go to the bomb site. It looks like B is going to be the call. Only commit to it this time. They've got to go in the next few seconds here. It has to be the attack into the site. Currently on the other end of it, it's not a very strong hold. It's only Roy here. I say that, but Roy might be able to do something ridiculous with his AK. Here comes the attack on through, and Dreamer just snaps him. Brilliant stuff initially, but 8 seconds left. They've got to get that bomb down. Luckily, it's on the site this time. It's behind some cover. Oh my god.
What?
He came off it. He came off the bomb. Luckily, it goes down in just the final second, but okay. I started to worry for a second that just enough time to get the bomb down, but it doesn't even matter because they get overrun in the retake. What is going on with Fiend? They're giving me a little bit of anxiety in these rounds, Hawker.
If that bomb goes down a few seconds sooner, that could be a very different outcome, though. Because the bomb gets delayed after the first plant just seemed to be cancelled, that gives time for Copenhagen Flames to get even closer, to force those fights just as the bomb had been planted. Those are fights you often want to take on the T side. You'd rather sit back and play the bomb, but instead, because that bomb was still being planted, you have to stick around and try and defend, and it allowed Copenhagen Flames to force those fights. So maybe another slip-up late in the round there. This time they get the bomb down, but it's still not a good scenario for them, and so Copenhagen Flames strike first in overtime, finally finding some CT success. I wonder if Fiend maybe just go back to a faster round at this point, because they've slipped up on the last 2 slower rounds, and they're definitely a team that are capable of mixing up the pace and just going for some faster plays.
Here comes the B attack. At the front of it, Victor, Zyphon, and Yabi. This is a really strange setup. One that might just work because it is quite difficult to predict when you're coming around the side. It's going to be an easy kill for Yabi, and the rest of the attack now starting to come through. We'll see Copenhagen Flames decide their rotations. Nikodos has got here in time before the bomb has even got to the site. This is starting to look a little worrying for Fiend because there's so many players for the defense in and around the bomb site, and no safe passage has been granted. Bomb finally gets into default. They've had to fight their way to that spot. He will go down, but holding on to the bomb now is even more difficult. It's just Red Star left. He's in towards short, and he has to hold on 4 players coming back into his position. He's found one, but plenty more up for grabs, and they're going to cross, converge, and finally shut him out of the round. Copenhagen Flame starting to stamp some authority over this overtime. It's going to be 1 round left in the first half of OT. And Copenhagen Flame so far have won every single one of them. Do we see Fiend switch it up and stop going B though? Because B has not been working for them.
That's true. They even try it with a faster round this time, and it's still the same outcome. And that was a play that was so reliant upon there not being a player holding that sort of angle in from water. Fiend needed there not to be a player there because the flash came so much later. It looked like it was even a flash more for the monster side than anything else. So they were looking to force fights on that right-hand side. But because there was a player watching towards short, they lose that early player. It's early information that the CTs need to be ready for a push, and they're able to make them pay. Early damage done from the nades. We also have a somewhat aggressive stance taken on mid by Nikodos. They may have some utility for the close position. The flash forces him away briefly, but Nikodos still on this angle. Could be hard to clear him out of this. They're actually leaving mid entirely. Oh, but they've just got a kill, spotting the aggression of Roy.
Yeah, Roy hitting the deck is a big positive here for Fiend. Giving them an advantage, and this time they've got some time to play with, but Yami's going to try and pull it back. Oh, he just had the perfect window of opportunity to get that kill. But look at Hooksy. He's in behind, he gets a double kill. That's a huge overperformance, but there's another player in behind him. Nikodos covers off that flank, and suddenly what was once a man advantage for Fiend is right back in favor of Copenhagen Flames. Not just in their hands, but comfortably so. 2-man advantage. Leap onto the ball side for the plant, and Victor through the fire and flames develops into 1 kill. That bomb is down, but it's all on Harn, and Siphon with a double takes them down through the smokes, and it is Copenhagen Flames with the flawless first half of OT.
After struggling so much on their CT side in regulation, they come through with every single CT round in overtime, and now they're only 1 away from the win. Fiend will want round 30 of regulation back. They couldn't make their minds up to close it out in regulation, and now it's Copenhagen Flames who have 3 chances to close out the series in overtime and book their spot at IEM Fall 2021 Europe.
Copenhagen Flames team. There we go. Really, they are a bunch of teams. Really, this organization's had players chopped and changed, poached and sold, and yeah, it's been a road for them. And this will be the biggest showing yet. Harn has gone aggressive, and he's found himself a kill. That's Fiend with a man advantage.
Connector door naded open. Kind of an awkward angle to expect once that happens. Really cool way to get that early kill in the round and get back safely. This same double setup is stacked on the A site. Red Star has definitely showed us he can deliver from the bathrooms. And this time, Harn is fully focused on long, but he's playing a fairly far back angle. So Copenhagen Flames can go unchecked for the time being. Maybe, if the timing's right, they could actually sneak up.
Yeah, this is a little scary for Fiend. This could be quite the pounce, the scare factor, the element of surprise. It might just deliver them the round win and the series win here. But Harn is holding. He's pulled a smoke, but they're going to run right through it, and now the AWP is under pressure. It gets out for 1. That's the bomb drop. That's the man advantage, followed up on. He's trying to go for the no-scope, but he's overrun. And now Fiend have to pull off the rotate. They have to pull off what is going to be a retake.
Bubbles got 1. He's given them the advantage, and he could take away the best post-plant position. Nikodos blinded, but he hits the shot anyway. Back to a 2v1. It's only Dreamer remaining, and he hits the deck. Copenhagen Flames take it back in overtime.